I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation. No astonishment.
You are looking live at the WBC Arena. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. First up, Buster Douglas, 192 centimeters tall, with a reach of 211 centimeters. And up against him, it's Larry Holmes, weighed in at 226 pounds. He stands 6'3" tall.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
James Buster Douglas, a fighter you can never look past. Just ask Mike Tyson. Here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes. Dominated the heavyweight division in the early 80s. In fact, he went 48 fights before suffering his first defeat. Watch out for that very impressive jab.
It'll be ding-ding from first stop. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Columbus, Ohio, in the United States, here is an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, introducing James Buster Douglas. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You couldn't buy a seat in this place. You'd be very lucky if you're ringside, but you know what? Watch it from home. You've got everything on the plate.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start round one. Couldn't land that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Punch, counter punch. Right hook just missed. Good counter punching. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching every move, every trick.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, use the jab, use the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Man, you don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. Let him get back.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Straight right just misses. Exchanging power shots. Tit for tat, blow for blow. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. They threw the hook. It didn't land. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you just got to think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? The perfect counter lands. That jab doesn't score. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter. A lot of effort being exerted. Hold it right there. Oh my, the big fella just got rocked. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You've been in fights like that when you're thinking, come on now, ring away.
Great work, I love it.
Let's get it started in round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to cut you off.
And they block the right uppercut. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
What an engine on this fighter, continuing to throw and land power shots. Counter punches. Buster Douglas just got rocked. And Buster Douglas goes to the canvas. You wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your play.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in that once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Punch caught him clean. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
He's not in your league.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Don't be looking at the one
Back on him in this round. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident.
Back at it in round 4. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Swing and a miss with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
counter punch. And he scores with the kick. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. So time back in. Let's keep fighting. Neither fighter willing to slow down. The straight right just misses. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was off target. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Everything in the bag, and now you've let
Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax.
boxing back together. I need you to go back out there.
Change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Straight right, just missing. It's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
A perfect counter shot. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Beautiful counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? He threw a punch and just got countered. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
Unbelievable heart, knockdowns.
Here we go in the 6th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? That counter shot lands. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh, that punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is.
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Their feet, but how long will they stay there? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice. The corner might be thinking about stopping it here.
They believe they're...
Don't worry about...
Okay, I'm happy. I like that.
And there's the bell for round 7. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something?
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
Just like another, like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass all over. TKO is spot on.
one, many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the K. Black winner, chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast, slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger, authoring is August, wordplay is December, That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slick as icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pitches. This is what didn't get it.
I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like a CompuBox Academy crowd, and they are vocal here tonight. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali, but never has really... Buster Douglas. Do you know the name? Pulled off one of the most famous upsets in all of sports when he knocked out Mike Tyson in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the...
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets...
Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Missed him with that uppercut. No rest for the weary. Oh, that punch. Beautiful counter punch. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
You want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That uppercut doesn't get through. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. Did you see that? Well, the Eastern Assassin in some trouble here. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That left hook is blocked. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Slip to avoid the jab. Nice counter. Straight right just misses. Incredible work rate. He threw a punch and just got countered. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Work the body, frustrating, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The straight right just misses. His stamina is off the charts. You can't make a mistake, and down goes Douglas. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny? Hold that thought! Oh, Larry Holmes just got dazed! I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Can't score with that jab. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're switching off, honey.
There's the bell to start round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head first.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. He missed with that jab. Stamina is off the charts. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just misses with that jab. beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden...
When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
Back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it.
Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Talk about Holmes in that last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Fight's not over yet. You gotta get out there and win this round, kid.
Back into the fray here in round 5. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He scores with the counter. A straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. They exchange punches. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well done with that counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. And Douglas is dazed. Keeping those... And Buster goes down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Douglas in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet. Can make or break it. There's the bell for round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
There's a counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
A straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about design.
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Where did that come from? What a shot. Are you okay? You're out of here.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout.